In this video, I will share with you 15 signs of chemistry between two people. Make sure to stick around to the end to find out all 15 signs. So, without further ado, let's get started. Whenever you hear someone talking about romantic love, couples, and dating, you also hear about the chemistry between two people. You've read about it in books, and you've seen it in movies. But is this chemistry real? Or is it just a Hollywood fabrication or something that really exists between a man and a woman? Let me start by asking you if you have ever met someone and felt instantly drawn to them the first time you saw them, like sparks were traveling from your body to theirs, making both of you tremble? Somehow your intuition whispered to you that the other person felt the same way. Well, that's what happens when there's intense chemistry between two people. Mutual chemistry is one of the best ways in which you can start a relationship, but it's not bulletproof and it can be misleading. So while chemistry is important, what's even more important is creating something from it. Can really help you to get exactly what you want. What is meant by chemistry between two persons? Simply put, the chemistry between people can be defined as a combination of physical attraction, desire, emotional connection, passion, and crave you can't control. All in all, the best way to look at the chemistry between two people is by considering it as an enormous potential for a great long-term relationship. 1. Subtly flirtatious. You don't want anybody around you to notice that there is something more than meets the eye happening between the two of you, so, for most of the time, you flirt completely subtly. Innocent kisses on the cheek feel so intense to both of you, hugs last way longer than they should, and you always squeeze each other tight, possibly moving your hand up and down each other's back. 2. Each physical contact is polite and friendly, but at the same time so tense that it is beyond words. You have your own kind of language, so you use it to flirt too, without making it too obvious. You even might be exchanging some flirty texts, making sure never to cross the line. These texts serve as proof that the chemistry between you is so strong that you still feel close and connected even when they are not around. 3. Time is a relative thing. Every time you two are next to each other, you lose track of time. You have so many common interests and even more mutual trust that you can talk about literally everything. So spending time with this person always feels like 5 minutes. Time passes by so quickly without you even noticing it. And you know what they say, time flies when you are having fun. However, the truth is that time flies when you are with the right person. When you are with the right person, there are numerous topics to talk about and you couldn't get bored of each other if you wanted to. Even if you were sitting in complete silence, you would still enjoy each other's company. The thing is, you two connected in a way you never thought possible. 4. It's all about the little things. You notice that new shirt they are wearing, and you compliment them on it. You notice that they just had a new haircut that's making them look hot. They remember you said you loved coconut chocolate, so they will surprise you with that same chocolate next time. You remember how they take their coffee. They can remember a story you told them a month ago, and can even retell it if necessary. The signs of chemistry are most noticeable if you pay attention to those small things. The details everybody else misses, but you keep track of because the other person is important, and you are both more than interested in each other. 5. Mystery and anticipation. Mystery and anticipation go hand in hand with good chemistry. You don't necessarily have to know the person you are feeling drawn to or even have any physical contact with them before you go crazy for each other. The mystery and the way you flirt are what got you hooked. You want to know more and more about the other person. In a way, chemistry can be seen as a puzzle you are both eager to solve. You have some facts and knowledge about each other, but most of it is assumed. Getting to know each other better and solving the mystery will also show you if this chemistry between you two is really sustainable, and if there are any grounds on which you can start forming a relationship. 6. The inevitable sexual attraction between you. The sexual chemistry you share makes every situation you are in incredibly tense. You feel attracted to each other in every sense, so sex isn't excluded. Through all the signs mentioned above, your lust for each other is intertwined somehow. Your jokes are filled with sexual implications. Your bodies are filled with a sexual attraction that is just waiting to be relieved. Physical attraction and tension surely aren't the most important signs of chemistry, but are equally important as the rest. The best type of chemistry is the one that includes all the components of body, soul, and mind, and with these, you will find that you are one step closer to finding someone to spend your forever with. 7. Sweetly annoying each other. You pick on each other for no reason. You are just doing so to provoke a reaction or to test the territory and see where the other one stands in certain situations. You never have the intention to offend or to make the other one feel bad. This is more like a game of words you use to keep things interesting, directing the conversation in some funny, bickering way. You're just teasing each other and acting like children, which is the cutest thing ever. Even if you don't see that something is going on between the two of you, others surely notice it. 8. Anticipation of your next encounter. It doesn't matter if you two just parted ways, you're already planning your next encounter. It's pretty obvious that you can't wait to meet again. You count the days, hours, and minutes until you are able to share the same air, because it's not important what you do or where you go. It's about being around them that makes you happy. You both make moves to arrange some group get-together just so the other person would show up. You are always the last ones to leave those get-togethers because you get caught up talking about anything and everything. Whenever you're with this person, you lose track of time and you catch yourself never wanting to leave each other's sight. Have you noticed that you're never too busy for each other? You can be dead tired, but you'll always find the energy to see them. 9. Body language speaks volumes. Sometimes, nonverbal signals talk louder than words. Let's not forget that you can choose what you'll say, but most of the time, you can't control your body gestures. This is exactly what happens when there is chemistry between two people. There is no need to declare love to each other, your actions will speak on your behalf. It's not just locking eyes and exchanging looks. If you look close enough, you will see that their pupils get dilated. According to scientists, this happens when we are in close proximity to the person we like, and we are extremely excited to see them. There are a lot of nonverbal signs that can tell in-depth stories about chemistry, such as taking deep breaths, having rosy cheeks, mimicking each other's moves, licking your lips, leaning toward you, slightly touching your arm, and so on. Whenever your chemical half is around, you'll blush, and your blood pressure will rise. 10. You are always focused on each other. Remember how this person captured your undivided attention from the very first moment your paths crossed? Well, this never changes since this feeling is not a short-term attraction, it's much more than that. You could be together for ages, but they'll always be the center of your attention. Trust me, this is probably the only person in the world that will never bore you. When you are among a few friends, or in a larger group of people, you always pay attention to what your other chemical half has to say, even in situations where all the other people choose to ignore them completely. 11. The butterflies in your stomach have gone crazy. Every time you know you will meet, you feel nervous, and that is an obvious sign of your infatuation with this person. You get so tense that you lose control over what you're doing or saying. Nevertheless, this is a good nervous feeling because you feel so excited that you know you will see the person you really, truly like. Every time you're about to encounter this person, you feel like you're getting ready for your first date. It's that anticipation that's making those butterflies in your stomach seem more like elephants. Once you finally meet, both of your hearts start pounding like crazy that you can almost hear them. However, what you can't hide is that nervous feeling that's making you a bit jumpy, a bit silly, and not to mention clumsy every time you are close. 12. There are pleasant sounds of silence. Usually, when you're getting to know someone new, the worst thing that can happen is running out of topics to talk about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're on a first date, and there comes a moment of awkward silence. This is when you get the desire to escape this embarrassing situation. This is exactly what is going on with you and this person. Even when you are in situations where there is no need to speak, you feel relaxed? And what bigger proof do you need that this is true love? There is no need to force conversation if you don't feel like talking. You might be tired or drained from a hectic day, or you might be experiencing some difficulties. Whatever it is, the silence between you is never awkward, and your chemistry of love can be felt in the air. 13. You speak the same language. I am really tempted to say the language of love here, but it sounds so corny, even though it's true to a certain extent. However, it's not just about the possibility of love here. It's like you found a part of yourself in somebody else. Like you found your new best friend and something more at the same time. Besides sharing mutual attraction, you two also have a lot of things in common. Whatever the topic you're talking about, you get each other without any need for lengthy explanations. It's funny how this person gets you better than your lifelong friends, and even family members. In fact, sometimes it appears that they understand you even better than you understand yourself. There are times when you can't help but wonder if they can read your mind. That's how well they know the core of your personality, despite the fact that you two don't have any history together. You have a similar taste and share almost the same favorite things, including music, movies, books. 14. Yoursmile is your telltale sign. There is no better proof of real chemistry that can say more than a simple smile. Every time the object of your affection crosses your path, you can't help but smile. It's impossible for you to feel down whenever they're around. They don't have to say a single word, their energy alone lifts you up in a second. The thing is, you smile with your heart and your soul and not just your face, so the endearment you feel toward each other is undeniable. Everything this special person says is funny, and you can't help but laugh at all of their jokes, including the cheesiest ones. It's funny how somebody who is practically a stranger can make your entire day brighter, and that's what true chemistry is all about. Of course, it goes the other way around, as well. When you come to think of it, whenever they see you, their entire face starts to shine. 15. The eyes never lie. You just can't keep your eyes off of each other, as much you try. You check each other out from top to bottom and sometimes even share prolonged eye contact, though locking eyes is not always easy. There is that sense of shyness that comes over you, and when you realize that they have caught you staring, you look away and pretend as nothing happened. Even though it might seem childish, it doesn't make it any less true. That childishness and innocent eye contact give this strong chemistry you are experiencing some kind of special flavor. Whenever the object of your interest gazes at you, you feel like they're looking directly into your soul. I'm not talking about an ordinary look someone gives you when they're checking you out.